Well, hi there pluckers, Ivor Finger again with you. Thanks indeed for joining me for another guitar lesson. Well, this is a request I've had from one of my subscribers for a number called Deaf Cup by an artiste called Mom Jeans. Okay, now I'm in standard tuning, capo on the 1st fret. Okay, 1st fret capo. This brings us into the same key as the Mom Jeans performs this number in. Okay. And I will put a link in the description box which takes you to a video of him playing this number for those of you who are not familiar with it. Okay. Now then, a heads up, I'm not going to be doing a demo on this number basically because I can't sing it and play it at the same time. I can't sing it anyway, but playing it at the same time makes it even worse. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down into sections and show you what I think Mom Jeans is playing. Okay, so the intro and the verse are basically made up of 3 chords, and they're played in an arpeggiated manner. Okay, so let's go through the chords to start with. So your first chord is, in the way I would play it, is a G bar chord, 3rd fret up from the capo, and basically you play strings down. And it's sort of it's from 5 down to 2, like that. Okay, got that. Then you play 4, string 4 and string 3 again. So it's got that. Then you hit string 4 again where pinky is. Okay, so it's that. And then when you hit that again, when you've got that, you then slide it up to the 7th fret, that 4th string, from the 5th fret to the 7th fret and back again. Okay, so it's so when you hit it for the last time, you slide it up to the 7th fret and then back down again. Okay. Got that? So that's the first chord, right? So G. Okay. Then we play a form of C major 7th, okay? So holding the bar on the 3rd fret, where it was for the G, and keeping your 2nd finger where it was for the G, that's that one, that stays where it was on the 3rd string, 4th fret, okay? And all I do is basically take off my pinky from the G and move that 3rd finger down from the 5th string to the 4th string on the 5th fret. So it just moves down 1 string physically. Okay. Then you should have a chord that sounds like this. Okay, and that's G, a sort of form of C major 7th. Okay, and you do exactly the same pick and slide on this shape. So it's. And that's the bulk of the chords for the verse and the intro. Okay, so what you do for the intro is basically play 2 lots of the G, so it's 2 lots of the C major 7th, back to the G for another 2. To the C major 7th for 1, and then finally there is the odd one out is basically you play it, you keep your fingers as if it's a C major 7th, but when you get down to, then you quickly, when you get that down to the 3rd string, you move that finger to the 2nd string and hit the 4th fret of the so it's sitting, that second finger is on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, just drops a string. Okay, so then put it back again and go 4, 3, so it's, and do the same as usual with the slide. Okay, so it's a bit of an oddity, but that's what he's doing, I think. Okay, so it's, so the whole intro is this. So that's one chord. Back to the G. C major 7. Now the odd one. Back to the G. And so on. And that's where the singing starts, okay? And so whenever you, so basically it goes into the verse, and it does, the first line of the verse is just 2 lots of the G and 2 lots of the C major 7th, same as the intro picking, exactly the same. The second line of the verse is 2 lots of G, 1 lot of, and 1 lot of the odd one out, okay? And then it goes back to the third line of the verse and does 2 lots of G and 2 lots of C major 7th, and then on the last line of the verse it does 2 lots of G, 1 lot of the C major 7th, and then goes into the chord C minor 7th. So there's no arpeggiated 2 lots on the C. On the last line of the verse it's only 1 arpeggiated C major 7th and then a C minor 7th chord. Okay, so I'll just play you through the verse. Okay, so it's 2 lots of G. This is, so there's 4 lines in the verse, okay? So okay, so that's it. I went slightly wrong on the last line, but you get the idea. Okay, then he goes into a sort of a heavy strumming sort of and then so it's that, he plays that, the first line, the first part of the chorus. Then it goes into the chorus. What do you want me to say when I call back the truth, or that sort of thing. And it's basically a G, 4-fingered G he's playing. Okay, so covering the 3rd fret of the 1st and 2nd strings. Okay, so you can just sort of, and then he goes into a C major 7th, C minor 7th. Okay, and C minor 7th, if I haven't told you already, is C minor bar chord without the pinky. Okay, just leave the pinky off. That's the same chord as you played at the end of the verse, where it comes out of that. Alright, and then to the G. C major 7, C minor 7, that sort of thing, but whatever you want to play there. Okay, now and then it just repeats. The second line of the chorus is exactly the same as the first one. Okay, so it's back to the G again. C major 7, C minor 7, and then goes back to the picking again. Right, and the C major 7th he plays in the chorus, I played that as a 2-fingered, so C chord without the first finger, C major 7th. That's a simple way of playing C major 7th. He plays it slightly differently. He plays the C major 7th with the 3rd finger on the 5th, second finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, first finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, so that's a normal simple C major 7th. Okay, then what he does, he adds his 3rd finger to the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and then pinky goes to the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So you've got that sort of sound. Okay, you got that. So I play it like that, but he plays it like that. So he comes into that chorus where it goes after the verse, comes out of the verse and goes into a G, and then goes to this chord, right, so okay, just needs a bit of practice to get your fingers to do that. If you want to play that shape, it does come quite quickly if you practice it. Okay, so then it goes. So it does 2 lines of that for the chorus, and it goes back into the picking G for the in between the verses and the chorus. It does 1 lot of G, or 2 lots of G. Sorry. One lot of the C major 7th, and then one of the odd ones. Then goes into another verse, and it's exactly the same 4 lines as the verse to play chord-wise as the first verse that we played earlier. Okay, and then it goes into a second chorus after the second verse, which is the same as the first chorus, but then it comes out of the second chorus with the sort of C minor 7th, and then it does 2 sort of instrumental, just hammering away on the chords without any singing, the same as the chorus. Okay? Sorry, wrong chord. And then that funny chord. So it does another verse, but instrumentally rather than with the vocals. Okay, and then he does he goes back into the chorus yet again, but with singing. He sings the last line, where it's "Please tell me how to blah blah blah." That's supposed to deal with losing you, okay? And it's just staccato. It's like, and he does that. And instead of going to the C minor 7th at the end on the last line of the chorus, he does a progression up, an ascending chord progression. So it's like A minor 7th, B minor 7th, 2nd fret bar chord. It's B minor without pinky, okay. Then the C major 7th again, either like that or like that, whichever way you want to play it. And then a D chord. Okay, so it comes out. So after his 2 instrumental version of the chorus, the last line comes out, then he does it sort of, the last line of the chorus, and then he does this, again, and goes into another progression. And that's never, that comes out yeah, 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 yo, ah, so okay, and then just the last verse, okay, which is, so you've got all the bits basically to play it, okay. Sorry I can't be more helpful on this number, but I can't sing it, so it's difficult for me to show it to anybody really, but I do my best showing you what I think has been played, okay, and hopefully if you know the song well enough you'll know where all these bits go anyway. So I'll say the last, whenever it ascends, it's A minor 7th, B minor 7th, C major 7th and a D. It does it 3 or 4 times at the end of the song, okay, and the rest of it is mainly this arpeggiated thing. And the only thing really tricky is that one where it changes shape, just for the odd one, where it goes. Sorry. So again, just to so clear that one, just make sure you've got it right. So it's basically the same picking to start with as the C major 7th. So it's 5, 4, 3. But then you have to quickly move that finger down to the 2nd string. So. Put it back again and play the 4th string, the 3rd string, the 4th string, and that. So it's quite quick, that sort of thing. Anyway, you practice it, I'm sure you'll get it. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening. Hope that helps you somewhat.